back out here with the GoPro. You can see it a lot better here at the dock. It's been about a month, I think a month since I launched it, so we've been obviously progressing on work since we've been here at the house. Again, first things first was putting in the dock pilings. So I tied this thing, needs to ride off those things, especially in a hurricane scenario. So again, we got the rub rail on, mostly. Still got a few screws to add, but I mainly just wanted to tack it on there for protection and just to see how it looks. It really completes the look of the boat, having the screws and the having the rub rail in. Putting in all the cleats now, so working on that today. So we did 12-inch cleats in the midship because those obviously get a little less strain and are a lot smaller. And then we did larger 15-inch cleats at the front. This boat's gotta be hurricane proof, you know, it's gonna be sitting right here in a storm, so the dock and all the cleats and hardware need to be ready. So next big thing we're working on here today, as you can see I've already started, is getting these windows installed. So that's another huge milestone project that's really going to make this boat look so much more complete. Hasn't had windows in it pretty much since I've had it. I took those out within the first week when I bought the boat, so pretty much its whole life here it has had no windows. We're going with acrylic, 3/4 inch UV acrylic. That's also going to get this new product called Yacht Armor. We're going to be putting that on the outside. That's going to further protect it from scratches and UV, and then we're going to tint it from the inside. So let's do a little walkthrough. I mean, obviously, like I said, we've been working on stuff. See how we had to do the cleats here, kind of old school, which is what I wanted, but just threw bolted them right through the boat. That's going to make them nice and strong, again, in storm situations. I got our bolts in, the finish washers on that. Again, check out these clean cuts we had to make on doing this rub rail. Pretty challenging to do. My first time doing it, actually. You know, especially up here. Lots of variations. So, you can see in here, our catwalk. Again, this is just so we can walk up here. Let's get to these windows. They're a pretty cool view of the rest of the boat and the interior. Really see it well now. So, little oil spill. But yeah, we're gonna start getting into the electrical here as well. Probably once these windows get in. Once these windows are in, I can throw an AC in here. Really start working in comfort. Take this catwalk back out because obviously can't stand as well down there with it in place. But once that's out, probably get that out today once these windows are in. But we'll start pulling out all these temporary wires and everything. And again, we're just going to completely redo all this stuff. We're going to repaint all of these walls in here white. I got my welders actually working on making new engine bunks here. I just showed you guys in the last video they were pretty damaged in the corners at the mounting points, so those are all going to get replaced. Then we'll repaint these. And then we're pretty much done with like all paint work, I believe, until we start with the motor rebuilds. Now I did paint these motors 2 years ago with just all grip. I mean, they look good, but it definitely wasn't a proper application, I'll admit, so a lot of stuff's failing, rusting now. But again, these motors have been in the elements essentially for the last 2 years. Can't really expect much. So again, whatever, we'll redo it. Been a lot of temporary work in this boat, in this progress. So again, guys, still debating to cut these windows out or not. I'm thinking so. I think that'll be an awesome feature just for me using the boat personally. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. But So as you can see, it's all painted and pretty much finished down here. It's looking nice and good. Pretty much ready to start with all installation processes down here. First thing I want to do is repaint that exhaust black and those clear fiberglass pieces white. Obviously we've already started with some wiring of the bonding system here. These are just temporary zincs I just clipped onto the boat for now, but as I get accessories I just attach them here and start building the system. Still need to get some finished nuts for all these bonding wires on the struts here. So we got the rudder port bonded. All the steering equipment is in good. Got a little messy over the years with all the resin and paint, so I'm gonna have to come through here and kind of detail this stuff up, clean it up, remove it all individually, repaint it, whatever. You know, again, paint these guys white, this guy black. It'll look a lot better. We did the ceiling as well. So, did the fuel tank. This is the one original fuel tank we've left in the boat. So, only thing we've pretty much reused, I guess. Got our back struts here as well. All grounded, bonded. So it's pretty much the system right now. It's all just really these two things. And we're gonna wire, you know, essentially back here forward. Kind of the process I'm working in. As you can see, back here is more complete than the engine room and the rest of the boat. So we're gonna start back here and work our way forward. So again, this is all Interlux Interprotect 2000 barrier coat epoxy that I'm using. So not only is all this fiberglass barrier coated and protected, but it's pretty and painted. Went with gray for that more old school look, as well as it hides dirt a lot better. So I mean, not like it's going to be clean quarters down in here. It's going to be pretty messy, I assume, over time. Even though I'm going to try to keep it clean, I already know how it's going to go. So yeah, guys, this is what we've been up to since she's been home. So here is the acrylic that we chose. Got it loaded in the truck here. Again, this is 3/4 acrylic here. Got 5 sheets, so should be enough. 2 sheets split in the middle for each side, and 1 for the back salon window. We'll get to the front ones later, again, if we do those. So, gonna have to wait on some help here. These things are about 100-some pounds each. And these corners here are freaking sharper than glass. So, gonna have to wear gloves. Also, we'll see how these Harbor Freight suction cups work. I'm not expecting big things. Only hold up to 125 pounds. 2 of these. I mean, you would think that would be enough, but I'm relying more so on these gloves. And again, 2 people versus me trying to struggle and do it the right way. So this is my chaotically disastrous workshop for right now. Looks terrible other than the fact that it has a amazing view. But you know, this duplex has no garage whatsoever, so this is what we're working with, folks. Anyway, in other words, we had to get this saw blade, this $100 saw blade. We're cutting an acrylic. So it's a nice piece of equipment. Yeah, don't really see any reason why this would or should cost $100, but I'm not going to play around when it comes to specialty tools with pieces of acrylic that cost $300 each. So we're going to be measuring 3 times, cutting once. Alright guys, so we're over here with the acrylic laid out. I decided to cut it on my front doorstep. Really an appropriate place to do it. We got some, you know, some light carpet here, so it's not too hard on it. But we got this nice edge, so we can spin them and cut them and everything. But more so, kind of want to show you guys, or I guess explain what we're doing here. We got our window panels laid out here. We're measuring everything out. We got our blueprint right here. There's the marker on the other side bleeding through, but taking our blueprint here and just marking everything out. What we are seeing in this boat is a slight bit of inconsistency on the window measurement in the back. So the back essentially hooks down by about 3/4 of an inch is what we're seeing. So we're going to a blueprint method to kind of find that hook. We're marking every 5 inches here, measuring distance every 5 of the inches, and then essentially that's gonna, you know, connect the dots and highlight our curve there. So stuff you're never gonna see with your eye, but in installing windows and cutting these things where you want to do it once, it's gonna matter. So gotta take the extra time to do this. We've got our angle set right here. Just kind of realized I don't have any good straight edges, so you know what that means. Trip to Harbor Freight, time to go get some tools. Time to join all of the weekend warriors and the husband heroes on a Sunday at Lighthouse Point at Harbor Freight.
The daily trip. Whoa, that's new.
This should do the trick.
Is that the one?
I don't know, this one might be a little better. Wish I had something like it was a little bit longer. But honestly, hey, what about this stuff? I have a level. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that.
Fuck.
Same height.
I might just have to go to Home Depot, honestly. Help it. I have to go.
Cool.
It's perfect.
I told you Lowe's would be the perfect place for a selfie stick.
Yeah, well, we got 8 of them here, so we need to make a...
Rolling.
Alright, so here is the final product of the windows in the boat. What a difference it makes. One simple thing like that really brings this whole boat together. It's been a few days since I decided to film this, so it's been raining a lot. You can see the windows are already getting dirty just from rain, but man, does it look good. I wanted to show you guys the first thing we did after putting these windows in, other than doing the caulking, was we had Jack from Marine Detail Supply come by and put a yacht armor film over these acrylic windows. So that's gonna help, as you can see, protect it from all of the elements and just the crap in the rain, bird shit, whatever else may get on these windows, and try to stain the acrylic. Acrylic is a lot stronger than glass. It's a lot better with sound deadening. Disadvantage though, it's pretty particular. You gotta be very careful with how you treat it, and this yacht armor is gonna add a whole layer of protection that will make all that better. So I need to clean this whole boat, but you get the idea. We have been doing a lot of grinding below, which I will get to, but we got a lot of dust on the inside. As you can see, inside and outside is just filthy right now. But you can see on this side how we did the tint. You can see there's actually a whole separate 3/4 inch piece of tinted acrylic on the inside, along with the 1 inch acrylic clear on the outside. So all together, these panels pressed together, and I'll have like an L bracket trim that essentially just gets screwed into the main frame and just puts, you know, constant pressure all the way around. And that's what's gonna hold them together. I don't know if you can see in the lens, it's hard to see in the camera, but with these two pieces together, you got about, well, 1 3/8 inches of pure acrylic. So super strong. You could probably not even shoot a bullet through this. Definitely gonna be hurricane proof. So yeah, well, hopefully the acrylic lasts. I don't know, this is another little experiment of mine in this boat, is how long and how well will these acrylic windows last. Done all of them. I've got the door getting made at the shop as we speak, and I'm sure, as you can tell, the whole floor looks a lot different, and so does under there. So we've done a lot of work. Guys, I'm sorry for the long lapses between updates. We've just been so busy, and this YouTubing takes so much time. So if you're interested in this project and more like it, hit the subscribe button. We're gonna keep the videos coming, and hopefully as this page grows and we get more resources for these channels and everything, we can start uploading more consistent content. But this is all I'm gonna upload for now. Everything else going on below deck with this floor and pretty much the entire finishing process of this boat is all gonna be in the next episode, so stay tuned.